Afghanistan's Taliban rulers celebrated 3 years in power on Wednesday with a military parade paying homage to their homemade bombs used in war, fighter aircraft, and goose-stepping security forces. The Taliban's armed forces towed Soviet-era tanks and artillery pieces through the former U.S. air base in Bagram, where Chinese and Iranian diplomats were among hundreds who gathered for the parade and speeches. The former Bagram base once served as the linchpin for U.S.-led operations against the Taliban for 2 decades. A swarm of motorbikes strapped with yellow jerry cans, often used to carry homemade bombs during the fight against international forces, also rumbled past assembled officials. There were U.S.-made armored personnel carriers, the black and white flag of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, the Taliban government's formal name for the country, fluttering above them. Helicopters and fighter aircraft flew over the base, where Taliban fighters were once imprisoned, about 40 kilometers north of Kabul. Taliban forces seized the capital on August 15, 2021, after the US-backed government collapsed and its leaders fled into exile. The anniversary is marked a day earlier on the Afghan calendar. Their government remains unrecognized by any other state, with restrictions on women, who bear the brunt of policies the United Nations has called gender apartheid, remaining a key sticking point. 3 years have passed since the dreams of girls have been buried, Medina, a 20-year-old former university student in Kabul, said. It's a bitter feeling that every year, the celebration of this day reminds us of the efforts, memories, and goals we had for our future. Prime Minister Mohammed Hassan Akhund, who had been scheduled to appear at Bagram, praised the Taliban authorities' victory over Western occupiers in a statement read by his chief of staff. Security has been a priority for Taliban authorities as they consolidated their power over the past 3 years, implementing laws based on their strict interpretation of Islam. However, attacks by the Islamic State group remain a threat, and extra security was deployed in Kabul and in the Taliban's spiritual home of Kandahar ahead of the day of victory. A convoy of military vehicles and arms also paraded near the southern city. Helicopters flew over the Ghazi Stadium in Kabul, where hundreds of men gathered to watch speeches and an exhibition of athletics and performances of Taliban anthems. Rugby player Samiullah Akmal praised the day's events, saying it was better than other years. As a young man, I see Afghanistan's future as bright. We are independent and the people surrounding us are our own. The stadium was full of people from surrounding provinces. Nourullah Nouri, Minister of Borders and Tribal Affairs, told AFP, adding that there was a feeling of unity. Whether people are members of Islamic Emirate or not, they should be grateful for this blessing from God. They should stand behind the Islamic Emirate, the black and white standard decorated streets and trucks full of smiling men that choked Kabul streets. Happy young boys carried a large flag in the green zone, once a secure enclave of foreign embassies, saying we're ready to do a suicide attack.